What's up, everybody? So I'm going to show you guys how to change your rear door speakers on your Jzx90. It's going to work for a Chaser, Mark II, Cresta. Mine's the Cresta. I already went ahead and did that side just so I kind of have an idea on exactly how to remove it. From what I could tell, there was no videos online on how to do the rears. There is someone that shows the fronts, which is a great video, but the rears, for someone that has never done it before, it might be a little bit challenging. There are a few areas. The biggest thing is going to be the clip that's there, and then to remove this actual bezel off. It is a little bit difficult, and be patient with it, because if you break these pieces, if you own this car, you know how hard parts are to find for these. So if yours are in good condition, which mine's perfect, the only thing that is broken on mine, which I bought it like this, is still trying to find that. Again, horrible trying to find things for these cars, but I guess that's the whole fun of it. So I'm going to show you guys kind of the areas that you need to do first. So actually, before I take apart the door, the things you are going to need, obviously your replacement speaker, 5 1/4. Some people online said 6 1/2, and certain cars this and that, whatever, no idea, but my car's 5 1/4. I went with a 2-way, just whatever, tweeters built in, not that big of a deal. I already changed my head unit out, so the head unit's going to power these, which, hey, it's going to be better than what's in it, which is almost nothing. Flathead, Phillips, some pry tools, maybe a razor blade, depending on your situation, and then just some like needle nose or whatever. That's really all you're going to need. Maybe a 10 mil, but the screws that are behind the door, which I'll show you, you can use a Phillips as well. So I just did that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just lift up on this gently. Just set that out of the way. There's going to be a clip behind here. I will show you guys that in a second. There's also going to be these little push pins. You just, I can't do it with my fingernail, but you'll just take the Phillips, and I'll just show you real quick. All right, so you'll just press them in gently, and then you will just pull them out. Again, these are things you can't buy, so be gentle with it. There's going to be 4 of those total. So one here, on the inside, one there, one there. Do all 4 of those. You're also going to have 2 Phillips in here and in here. And that's all the hardware to get off. This clip well, it's not really a clip. There's a little, I'll show you. So this area right here, that looks like someone's already taken this off before. So you're gonna, and I'll show you, this is gonna press in. You're gonna be kind of rough with it, but just know the limits of certain pieces. And by having this removed out, you're able to kind of get your hand up in here and kind of help lift it at the same time. But you're definitely gonna need a plastic pry tool. Do not use a screwdriver. You're gonna damage everything. Just don't do it. So you're gonna kind of press in and kind of lift up. Only the front's gonna come off. Do not try the back. I'm just gonna kind of press in, also kind of wiggle it at the same time. Oh, there it goes. Actually, that went pretty easy. There it goes. So, and then you're gonna lift this forward. There's a little notch on the back of this trim. And then there's one connector down here. It's just a press in and pull out. So this is the area that's going to be, it's going to slip underneath. And then this is the style clip. So when you're coming in, you're going to kind of get it in, press this clip in, and then you're able to get that out. All right, now that I have that off, I'm actually now going to go ahead and do these. We still do have the 2 Phillips in here, but before I do this, I'm going to get this bezel off. This one is definitely the more trickier of them to do. Again, mine's already broken. Oh, there it goes. So on the other side, I was able to get it off without breaking it at all. Some people start at the top and kind of like, you got to really press it in there, and I'll show you in a second. I found on the other side at least, and again, seeing this door handle broke, I really hope I don't destroy this, but it's already broken, so it is what it is. I actually went in from the bottom, and I can actually show you what the other side looks like. So this is the other side. There's this little clip on the bottom, and then on the top, there's that little hole. That little hole is actually I'll just show you on this side. So if you notice, there's this little rod right here that goes in that hole. My hand's probably going to be in the way this entire time, but I'll kind of try to walk you guys through it. Unless it takes forever, then I'm just going to put it on fast forward or whatever. But I'm going to get a flat head in here, and I like to kind of pull on this bottom. I feel like it's going to break, unfortunately. Oh, maybe not. Come on. So I'm trying to like pull both kind of at the same time, and again, it does not help that my handle's already broken. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that is a bummer. It's gonna be hard finding this color, but let's try to make it not look as bad, I guess. I don't even know. Stupid plastic Toyotas. That is a bummer. Again, I kind of had a feeling because this little spring area, this was already broken, but this spring was just resting right behind it. Again, it's not the worst. I'm probably gonna glue it and you won't really notice it at all, but just be careful, everybody. These cars are 25 plus years old now, and everything likes to break on them. This door handle, like the inside clip area broke just from like probably the tension or the pressure of the spring, but whatever. I'm gonna fix that, and I'll show you guys. I'm gonna fix it, and you honestly won't even be able to tell. They won't fall out, but just make sure they're fully off. This one felt like it. Okay, that's off. There's gonna be 3 little like pop clip sort of things. One here, one here, one here. Wherever you can reach your hand in, I found on this side was easiest. And again, just kind of apply even pressure. You don't want it. So there goes one. They might break. They're cheap, easy. They're pretty universal. Again, just one. Oh, that's funny. Here's the other half of this door handle. I might be able to re-glue that, and that just fell out of the bottom of the door. I will save that. There it goes. Okay, so now that you have those 3 off, you're gonna lift up with the door panel. As long as all the screws are out, which looks like this screw might not have been out fully. Let's try it again. Oh, lovely. So mine is just spinning behind there. So everything's off, just this screw is spinning. The other side did not do that. You're able to get your finger in there. Okay, cool. All right, that screw's out now. Pull out, and then just lift up with it towards your window. I don't know if it's easier with the glass on or off. No idea, but, or not the glass on or off, the window up or down, but there's that. I'll show you guys these 3 little clips. So just those three right there. And the other side had a yellow one there as well. So I don't know if these door panels have been pulled off before, but there's that, there's that, there's that. And then this was actually the one that was spinning. It was just spinning, so I had to reach my finger in there and undo it. This part's pretty self-explanatory, but there is a tab on the bottom half. There's a little tab. Press in, pull out. And then now, there's two different ways you could do it. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but you have these 4 bigger bolts, and then you have these 4 smaller ones. So whichever way you want to do it doesn't really matter, but just take them both off. I'm not going to show you guys that process. You guys can do it. So went ahead and undid those, and as you could tell, this speaker is completely blown. There's like this junk. So if we want to put the 2.5, or sorry, 2.5, 5 1/4 into this housing, we need to undo these 4. I'm sure you could probably fit a 6 1/2 in here with a custom bracket of some sort, but it's the back seats. It's really not that big of a deal. So again, you're gonna kind of have to break this speaker, even though it's already broken, to get it out. I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you see it? Yes, you can. You gotta kind of, to get like behind those screws, you gotta kind of peel this old surround off. Just go through and just pry it off, so then you can get to those screws underneath. I'm not even sure how they got the screws in there to begin with, but okay. All right, cool. Again, junk, just break it off. You're not going to be using any of this stuff anymore. Trash. So now you can get to these 4 screws, which you are going to be reusing these screws. Okay, so this one's a little bit, it's not really tricky, it's just more time consuming. We need to get this surround off of this plastic housing. It looks like it's been glued on. It does come off, but you just gotta kind of work it. So there's like a razor blade, and I'll just cut along the little silicone or glue or whatever it is. It's still kind of sticky, but you just gotta go through it. Whatever you gotta get it off. You probably have to pull it better. So let's get in there. Around. You could probably heat it up too. It'd probably heat up and just literally fall probably right out, but I don't really care. So you can see all this glue in here. Off again, trash. Next thing you're going to want to do is this little connector right here. If you're doing it the way that I'm going to show you, I'll leave it on for a second. So these wires, obviously, you can snip these off. Something else I forgot to tell you guys that you'll need, and again, you don't have to use this way, just the way I'm doing it. I bought this connector on Amazon. It was like $7 for 2 of them for the rears. And basically this will plug right back into the factory housing, and then now it has these 2 connectors, which will then connect into the speaker. If you really wanted to, the new speaker, you could probably solder on wires from the speaker to then this stock plug. It would work just as fine, but I didn't feel like doing that, so I'm just going to remove this completely. Now I have this opening, so once I set the speaker in there, we'll be good. There's a few more little things I have to do in here. There's just this little groove. I just need to just take it off. So a clip. Just so the actual speaker itself, or the speaker wire, can slide in there. Perfect. All right. So grab your new speaker, and as you notice, fits perfectly. Again, I'll show you that in a second. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is just look at, okay, so the small, actually going to flip it this way. The small one is on the top. Okay. Small's on the top. So then I'll just take these wires and just kind of tuck them in there. Then take your speaker and just drop it in. And again, for, oh, one more little thing before I do that. There it is, little tabs. Just this, there's a little tab here, you just break it off. Actually, here, I'll use the razor blade wherever I put that. And that's fine, whatever. Just need to just, these little tabs, just a little bit of extra plastic. And I think that was just to guide the old speaker in place. I'll just rip these off. Glue is kind of in the way. There we go. Okay, cool. Now the speaker can go in place. So the small one goes on the top. Cool. And I'll put the what plug these are in the description, but they're pretty cheap. I literally just typed in like Toyota speaker plug adapter and it literally popped right up. Cool. Then you take your old screws. And now on the back side, you can see we have our plugs coming out. So you'll just take your plug, and again, you don't have to buy these connectors. I just like the ease of it, and I just press it down a little bit so it sits nice and flush. Do the same thing with this side. Just press it in. Then I'll just press this down. Boom. Now, it's gonna bolt right back in. It's gonna be this way. And you got this connector coming out. Easy enough. Something else, again, optional. You don't have to do it. I just like doing it. I'm gonna put this in here. I have to trim it down a little bit so that it clears all the holes, but just a little added extra oomph, I guess you could say. Does it really make a difference for cheaper speakers? Probably not. But again, they're super cheap, but it's not something you have to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this right now. Went ahead and trimmed little sound deadening, sound mat, blah blah, whatever the hell it is. Boom mat. What was it called? Yeah, boom mat. Just trimmed it up. Now I'm able to, and again, it's a little bit, since it's foam, it's a little bit distant, but you're able to get a few threads on each one, and then it will kind of just suck it tight. Well, you don't have to do this, I just like to. Now, that easy. Yeah, there's a little gap here. It's not going to make a difference. And yeah, you take this junk, throw all this stuff in the trash. You don't need any of this. Take that. Junk. Just the reverse of what we did originally. Little trick on the top is put this above the window, and then you'll be able to slowly slide it down. So make sure it's all nice and in there. Okay, super good there. Make sure your plug is up. Something else too is you can kind of look from either or side. Make sure the clips are in the holes perfectly before you start trying to jam it in there. And then you'll just kind of, there they go, those popped in. Now we'll go ahead and tighten these up. And again, mine, remember, was kind of loose, so I might have to just stick my hand behind it and you're going to want to get these pretty snug, because this is what, if someone's pulling on your door, it's going to be super loose. I got to tighten this one up a little bit more, but I'll do that off camera. There's no point to do it right now. You're going to take your little 4 clips, and on these clips, you're going to push them back out. You just press the bottom. So this little edge is up here. Then you'll go ahead and stick that in the hole. Then you'll pop that in. Let me grab the other ones. Okay. Again, same thing. You just press it like that. So then it looks like that, and you'll just pop it right back in the hole. And I did go ahead and already test the speaker. Test your speaker before you put your door panel back on. I already tested mine, so it's all good. So Mark, where are you? Okay, on there. That's the door on this side. There. And you're gonna go ahead and get this. Take your connector, clip it in. Okay. And then remember, back goes down first, and then your top will just snap into place. Good there. Grab this piece. There. Mine is drying since I broke it. I'll show you what it's looking like right now though. So it's all, you probably can't see it, but I glued, you can see a little bit of the glue is what it is. And then the back half, and then gonna be kind of same reverse process. So yeah. That is, oh, and here's the glue I used. Just some random glue. It's like a CA glue. That's what you're going to want to use. Or like a super glue of some sort. That is how you install aftermarket rear door speakers on your Jzx90. Still waiting for that to dry. But go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if you guys have any questions or what else you guys would like me to do. Have a good one.